Geshe Tsultrim, and particularly then for the success of um, medical treatment that he's been receiving in Brisbane, treatment, Chinese medicine treatment, and then also the success of its on the ongoing treatment with it, so that um, then he can continue to provide benefit to the centre as he has um, over these last 10 years or so that he's been here. So into the future that he can benefit many people, many beings, not just people, we could say beings as well. So then, to cultivate a positive motivation for engaging in this practice from the point of view that by his maintenance or returning to good health and the maintenance of that good health, that he's able to provide the Buddha Dharma to beings, and thereby through that many people receive benefit of Buddha Dharma and influences beings everywhere, beings of our culture particularly, he may make contact with, or those that make contact with those he has connected with. So then to engage in this practice with the best kind of motivation in that way to be of greatest benefit to others. And so then we can start here on page 3, the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice. And so I'll just go through it. As we go through it, then maybe I'll just make a few comments so as to make it more of a meditation. So then, as it says here, preliminary practice of taking refuge in generating bodhicitta there. So it establishes, by doing that, by taking refuge, reciting the refuge prayer, we're establishing this practice as Buddhist. And then by generating bodhicitta, we are establishing it as Mahayana Buddhist practice, that is motivation, engaging in the practice in order to attain the state of enlightenment, in order to best benefit beings. Sangye choran soge chonam la jancho badu dani kapsu chi dagi jinso gi pe sonam ki dola penche sangye du pa shok. Sangye choran soge chonam la jancho badu dani kapsu chi dagi jinso gi pe sonam ki dola penche sangye du pa shok. Sangye choran sogi chonam la janzo badu dani kapsu chi dagi jin sogi pe sonam ki dola benche sangye do pa sho. And then the 4 immeasurable thoughts here, immeasurable equanimity, cultivating a mind which embraces the welfare of all beings without exception. And then we recite that first anyway, and then we go through the other ones. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to abide in equanimity, free from the closeness of attachment and distance of hatred. May they abide in equanimity. I myself will cause them to abide in equanimity. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. So then from that point of view, one thing, people can have compassion, love for others, but very often it's just narrowly to those who are close to them. Here we're aspiring to cultivate a mind that embraces the welfare of all beings, who don't reject anyone. And then immeasurable loving kindness, wishing others to have happiness. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings to achieve Buddhahood, may they achieve Buddhahood. I myself will cause them to achieve Buddhahood. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. So then that wish for them to have a complete state of total happiness, the state of Buddhahood. And immeasurable compassion. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings are free from suffering, the causes of suffering, made to be free from suffering and its causes. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering and its causes. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. So here, although we wish those beings to have total happiness, recognize that they are in suffering states, all sorts of problems which prevent them from happiness. And so then here is a heartfelt wish, may they be free of all the different levels of suffering, particularly coming from the afflictions. Immeasurable joyfulness. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings never separate from the happiness of higher rebirth and liberation. May they never be separated from these. I myself will cause them never to be separated from these. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. So then here is regardless of how fortunate people are, how good their circumstances, to really rejoice in that, and may they have eternal happiness. Everywhere may the ground be pure, free of pebbles and so forth, as level as the palm of the hand, nature of sapphire and soft. So then here, if you haven't taken highest yoga initiation, then at this point, just cultivate mind of compassion directed towards being, all beings without exception. From the heart of the Savior, 100 deities, Tachita, on the peak of a cloud resembling a clump of extremely white fresh curd, King of Dharma, omniscient Losandrava, please come here together with your sons. In the sky before me, a lion-throned lotus and moon, my perfect pure Guru smiles with delight, supreme field of merit from my mind of faith. Please abide for 100 eons to spread the teachings. Your holy mind has the intelligence that understands the full extent of objects to be known. Your holy speech with its excellent explanations are your ornament for those of good fortune. Your holy body is radiantly beautiful with glory renown. To you are meaningful to see, hear, and remember. I prostrate. Pleasing drinking water, various flowers, fragrant incenses, light scented waters, and so forth. Oceans of cloud-like offerings, both actually arranged and mentally emanated, I offer to you the supreme field of merit. Whatever non-virtue of body, speech, and mind, especially those opposite three vows that I've collected from beginning this time, I confess each and every one with fervent regret from my heart. So at this stage here, can do the purification practice, purifying all past negative actions that you may have committed. If you're familiar with some degree of familiarity with the mantra of Vajrasattva, then it's on page 31. Or alternatively, you can just recite the short Vajrasattva mantra, Om Vajrasattva Om, Om Vajrasattva Om, Om Vajrasattva Om, or else just to visualize light purifying you from all the holy beings visualized above you. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denopatita Tita Me Bhava Sutataya Me Bhava Supajaya Me Bhava Anurata Me Bhava Sawa Siddhi Me Payasa Sawa Kama Susemi Siddhan Shriyan Kuro Hong Ha 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 Ho Bhagav Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mama Musa Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Tita Me Bhava Sutrajaya Me Bhava Supajaya Me Bhava Anurata Me Bhava Sawa Siddhi Me Paya Sasawa Kama Susan Siddhi Shri and Kudo Hong Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mama Musa Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sapa Ahom who strove for much learning and practice in this degenerate age and made your freedoms and richnesses meaningful by abandoning the eight worldly concerns. Savor and sincerely rejoice in your extensive deeds. So here just to rejoice in whatever virtue has been created by the holy beings and also ordinary beings such as ourselves and all other ordinary beings. How wonderful is that? Perfect pure holy gurus, billowing clouds of wisdom and compassion in the sky of the Dharmakaya, please let fall the rain of profound and extensive Dharma upon the receptacle of those to be subdued exactly as they need. May whatever virtue I have collected benefit the teachings of all transmigrating beings, and in particular may it cause the essence of perfect pure Losandrapa's teachings to shine forever. Sai Shi Po Ki Joy Shi Me Tok Nam Ri Ra Bling Shi Ni De Gam Pa Di San Ge Shin Du Mi Te Ho Wa Ido Ko Nam Dak Shila Cho Pa Sho. By the merits having offered this mandala to Lama Tsongkhapa and his two sons, may I, my family members, and all sentient beings be able to meet, practice, and actually teach the victorious one, Losandrapa, who had the morality of an infinitely pure way of life, was courageous in the extensive conduct of the sons of the victorious ones, and accomplished the yoga of the two stages, supreme bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamiyatayami. By the force of having fervently requested in this way, hollow beams of white light were emitted from the hearts of the perfect pure Father and Sons, and combining into one, enter my crown. White nectar, the color of milk, flows from the opening of the tube of white light, cleansing all my sicknesses, spirit harms, negative karmas, obscurations, or imprints without exception. My body becomes as pure and clear as crystal. And so we're on page 13. The Lama Tsongkhapa prayer here. We'll recite this out loud together uh, 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. And then we do a mala, a rosary of these silently. Mime zewe te te chen rezi, dreame kempa wampo jampo yan, dumo palu jongwe sanwe dan, ganchen temben zemken son kapa, lo zandra ble sabla so wade, mime zewe te te chen rezi, dreame kempa wampo jampo Dumo palu jongwe sanwe dan, ganchen temben zemken son kapa, Lozandra ble sabla so wa de mi me se we te te chen re si vi me kempa wampo jumpa numo palu jongwe sanwe dan gan chen ten ben zeng kan song kapa Lozandra ble sabla so wa de mi me se we te. me say wait te chen me si. Be me can ba one po jump. Numo pa lu jong wei sang wei da. Gan chen ten pen sen gan song ka pa. No sang dra be sa bla so wa. And to page 18, where it says request. May my wisdoms of listening, reflecting, meditating increase. May my wisdoms of explaining, debating, and composing develop. May be granted the supreme and common realizations. Please bless me quickly become like you. May my transcendental wisdom of simultaneously born great bliss arise. May my stains of mistakenly grasping things as will be purified. May my net of doubts thrown in the mind be cut off. Please bless me to quickly become like you. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him as the root of the path. By clearly seeing and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. I understand that precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negative action and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Seeking samsaric pleasures that door to all suffering, they are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teaching of keeping the Pranamaksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother transmigratory beings. Please bless me to see the train and bear the responsibility of freeing transmigratory beings. Even if I develop only bodhicitta, but I don't practice the three types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gate where the fortunate ones, the supreme Bhadra vehicle. At that time, the base of accomplishing the two attainments, keeping pure vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and purchase like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the two stages, the essence of Vajrayana, by practicing great, never giving up the four sessions, please best to realize the teaching of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice have long lives, please best to pass by completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separate from perfect Gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide in lotus seat at my heart, guide me with your great kindness, and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide in lotus seat at my heart, guide me with your great kindness, and grant me the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide in lotus seat at my heart, guide me with your great kindness, and remain steadfast until I attain the essence of enlightenment. Okay. So then we can go to the practice of the King of Prayers. Here on page 344 in the retreat prayer book. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri, you lions among humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future, in the world's 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect for the many bodies and atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom of Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst the most of Bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way, with infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound, the aspects of my voice. I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal gardens, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense are to you, victorious ones, fine dress and fragrant perfume, sandalwood powder high, just high as Mount Meru. all wondrous offerings in spectacular array I offer to you, victorious ones, with transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with a profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with the strength of conviction the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all the victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all the positive potential, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the 10 directions of solitary realizers here still training and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You have the bright lights of the worlds, their 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening. All you are my guides. Please turn the supreme will of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you may actualize Parinirvana. Please stay with us for eons and numberless hours of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that Buddhas say and teach, I dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas gone living in the 10 directions, all you have gone to freedom in the past, accept my offerings. May those not risen quickly perfect their minds, awakenings for the enlightened ones. May all the worlds, the 10 directions, be entirely pure and vast. May those surrounding Buddhas gather beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in the 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma. May every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remember my past lives and all their varieties of existence. May I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then, following the footsteps of all the Buddhas and perfecting the practice of Bodhisattva, may I always act with compromise and ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, never forget the bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity and all obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse in all my lives in this world, free of karma and afflictions and interfering forces, just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, and just as the silent moon move unhindered through the sky. May I ease the suffering of the lower realms in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening, the worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the way as a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine. May we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who wishes to help me and respectfully teach the Bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters, and circle Bodhisattvas without pause or discouragement for eons to come. May I always make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of Bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons. While circling through all the states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilizations, gathering limitless pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among Bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening, perceiving this in all directions, dive into the ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of 3 times Buddhas in the space of a whisk of a hair. So I too will practice the oceans of eons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, an expression that reveals an ocean of qualities or one word. The completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas communicates and suited the varied tendencies of beings. With the strength of understanding, I plunge into the infinite speech of the Buddha, of all the Buddhas, and 3 times gone to freedom, who continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience them. Such vast activity of all future eons, and I'll enter into the eons of 3 times in about a fraction of a second. In one instant I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, and future lives among humans. With the power of the illusion-like stabilization, I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the ray of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter a ray of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter in the very presence of all my guides, those lights of the world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal nirvana, final perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift damage, the power to lead the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms. the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may achieve the perfect power of awakening, purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at their root, diffusing the power of interfering forces, to perfect the power of the bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds, may I be an ocean of beings, may I see clearly an ocean of Dharma, may I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities, may I fulfill an ocean of aspirations, may I make offerings an ocean of Buddhas, may I practice without discouragement for ocean of eons. To awaken fully through the Bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all diverse aspirations of the awakening practice of all the Buddhas gone to freedom in 3 times everywhere. In order to practice exactly as the wise one calls Samantabhadra, all-embracing good, the elder brother, the sons of daughters, I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise may I dedicate just as skillful Samantabhadra, with pure body, speech, and mind, pure action, pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Buddhas. For this bodhisattva practice of all embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or cause in all future eons. May my pure activities be endless, may my good qualities boundless. And through abiding in the immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless the end of space, most limitless are common afflictions. May my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth, adornments, the infinite worlds, the 10 directions. One may offer the atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. And whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and longing for the highest awakening gives rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration of the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha infinite light. And even in this very human life, they will be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they will become like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to the extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify 5 boundless harmful actions. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family, attributes, and appearance, they'll be insensible of vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all 3 worlds make offerings. Growing quickly to the noble Bodhi tree and sitting there to benefit sentient beings, subduing all interfering forces, they'll fully awaken and turn the wheels. I have no doubt that complete awakening is a fully right result comprehended only by a Buddha, of holding in mind that teaching, reading, or reciting is aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice. In order to train, just like the hero Manjushri knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication, praise the greatest of all the Buddhas that gone to freedom in 3 times. I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. With the moment of death arise, by eliminating obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them without exception for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus in this joyful land, the Buddha's magnificent mandala, may I my awakening directly from Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may I create vast benefit for the beings throughout the 10 directions, for the being emanations by the power of wisdom. Through the even small virtue I've accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential, by dedicating this prayer of Samantabhadra's deeds, may all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha. Through this king of aspirations, who is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wonders in samsara, we accomplish this scripture of dazzling with Samantabhadra's practice. May suffering realms be utterly emptied of beings. So back to the Lama Tsongkhapa practice, the dedications, page 23. By the force of the victorious one, Tsongkhapa, acting as our direct Mahayana virtuous friend in all our lives, may we never turn away for even a second from the pure path highly admired by the victorious ones. May we be able to live a life of pure morality, listen to many teachings, train in bodhicitta, and have pure view and conduct without corrupting or polluting the teachings of Losandrapa, the second victorious one. Glorious Guru, whatever your body, retinue, lifespan, and pure, whatever your supreme and excellent name, may on others become exactly like that. By the force of the praise and request made to you, may all disease, evil spirits, poverty, and quarrels be calmed. May the Dharma and good fortune increase in regions in which I and others dwell. Please bless that the lives of glorious gurus be long, and all beings equally extend of space be happy, that I and others without exception collect merits and purify obscurations, may quickly achieve Buddhahood, may not give rise to heresy for even a second in regard to the action of the glorious guru. May I see whatever actions are done as pure. With this devotion may I receive the Guru's blessings in my heart. May the Dharma King Song Compass Way of Dharma flourish. May all signs and obstacles be pacified, and all conducive conditions be complete. Due times the merits that sovereign others. May the teachers of the victorious one, Lord Sandrapa, shine resplendent forever. So we can just do that. Page 321 of the book, the the big book. If you know what I mean. So then reading from 321, then 320, and then 322. Chanchu Sencho Rinpoche, Ma Ge Panam Ke Guti, Kapa Nyampa Me Pa Yi, Gone Gondu Pelwa Sho, Ji Ten Kandi, Pende Ma Lu Ha, Gale Chongwei, Sampai Yi Zino, Ta Te Zome, Tenzin ga so cho ko se tenjin to se lon du sho to ni je son du jo pe la zhe shang se 南拳天都kun cha na pe mo ten zin ga so la so wa de so se do lon do sho. So we should do, I said before not to do, that Lama Tsongkhapa, swift return of Lama Zopa. If you don't have the book, it's okay. We'll just recite the first one on page 5 of that if you've got the book. Peerless teacher and assembly of children, the victorious one, Chavaka and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Losang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of infinite lands, please bestow the virtue of goodness and accomplish this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading Buddha's precious and complete teaching through explanation and practice, you wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request, while striving single-pointedly for the sake of victorious one, all gateways through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings who suddenly departed to peace, what a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth, the blessings of the ocean, the three jaws, and the great waves of Bodhicitta, the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of reincarnation quickly swim in glory for fortunate disciples. And then the very back of the booklet for long life of Geshe Tsultrim. Peerless protector, spreading the second conqueror, Losang's doctrine of scripture and realization through explanation and accomplishment. You look after us fortunate ones of luminous knowledge. O noble Lord Guru, at your holy feet, we request you to please live long. And then back to the main book, 323. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, and all the merits the 3 times collected by numberless Buddhas and numberless sentient beings, which are completely empty, existing from their own side, may I, who am completely empty of existing from my own side, achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty, existing from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are completely empty, existing from their own side, to that state which is completely empty, existing from its own side. By myself alone, who is completely empty, existing from my own side. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjushri knows reality, and just like Samadhavadra as well. I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue. The dedication prays the best, body or gone beyond victor the 3 times in order to have good conduct. I think we've probably already done those other, but we do them anyway, double up. Page 324. For the Dharma King, Tsongkhapa's way of Dharma to flourish, may all signs and obstacles be pacified and all conducive conditions be complete. Due to two types of merits, the three times of myself and others, may the teaching victorious one, Losang Drapa, shine resplendent forever. Okay. Thank you.